Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Lawn Mowing Simulator. Just trying to get into some things or make a little bit of progress on things that I haven't looked at in a little while. So as I'm getting a little bit more time here and there based on some of the things that have happened in other sims that have required less time. This one's been on my mind a little bit. We haven't done it in quite a bit of time. So let's jump in and see what we can do. Alright, so I think I'm going to take this one. I don't think I've done this location, but it's the largest value we can get today. Does look like we might be getting some rain, which is unfortunate. Oh, that's right. She's off sick, so yeah, I'm gonna need to do that. And all right, so 5.5 to 6 centimeters. No, maybe we have done this one, but again, obviously, needs to be done again. So yeah, I think we have done this. This one is a bit of a challenge. Just trying to find any of these. We get 10 minutes, so not a lot of time to find the 5 objects, it looks like, that are laying around. Goodness, come on. Really? No, we're not coming across anything. Which seems very unlikely, but clearly that's what's happening. I see something there. Alright. Like a can, a bottle. Alright, well, at least a couple things clustered around. Alright, glad I took a look that way. I didn't see that laying around too easily, but 3 of 5. There's another. And if I remember, we only had like part of the yard or something here. Whoop. Doggy fawn there. Alright. So, get on our vehicle. We want to change the cut height. And then it's 5.5 to 6.5, so this will work. Alright, are we cutting? I think we're cutting. So, we are back in the yard, but see how things go here. For some reason, can't get the wheel to respond, so we're having to play this with the keyboard, which is a bit annoying. We'll see just how we can do. Again, kind of heading down now. And the question is, are we gonna have to, do the whole yard? There's going to be a part. I'm sure it's a partial again. But yeah, we definitely have done this one before. Whoop. Overloading the engine. I guess we were going too fast, and some of this is obviously because of the rain. Whoop. So again, it's those cuts that we get. So get through here. But they have announced Lawnmower Simulator 2. Now again, the way they've got like a American flag on it, so I'm assuming some of this it'll be kind of the US situation that, you know, I'd be more used to. Alright, so we'll come out here and then go that way, but getting some of these taken care of with the roundabout methods, and just don't want to overdo it. With rain, it just gets a little tougher to cut. So yeah, we'll try to fix this up now. It's a little bit easier to do. It's honestly somewhat simpler to steer with the keyboard. I don't know that I've tried it before, but again, it may become more annoying as I go along, where it might be like, oh yeah, this is difficult. Ah. Alright, well, we missed some there. Because I'm trying to... Oh, how did I miss? Man, I am just doing a terrible job around these turns. Alright. Still did it. Craziness, I'll tell ya. Alright. It's a little more difficult to see again. Wow, we are hitting the just the different areas. Alright. I don't know, I was trying to engage the cruise again, but I think that it's kind of not what I wanted. I don't know how we were getting overwhelmed there, but we were. Alright, so you can see a little bit there, so let's hop over there, get ourselves again positioned in a way that we can turn and mow, but we are barely at 10%. Ay, ay, ay. Overloading that engine. Did I miss a bunch here? Maybe not. I think it's just the wet portion. But yeah. Just it's gonna take, I think, I don't know that there's any great way to get just enough cash to really step up on the mowers. That's the problem. And certainly it doesn't help when I don't have my coworker available. Oh boy, oh boy. I just don't understand how... Alright, I do not understand. Like, I tried to use the joystick for a second. It won't turn, even though in theory it's calibrated. But then it like broke my movement on the keyboard. Tried again to recalibrate the wheel and all that, and it theoretically calibrates, but then it doesn't operate. So I don't understand. So is what it is, but we have this. My goodness, we have got some challenges, that's for sure, to get done, I'll tell ya. And yes, I know I'm not done over there, but at this point I'm just trying to see where we need to mow and what will likely work. There's just not a great way to like partially do it, which is partially why I liked the using the wheel, because I think I could do a little bit better in just doing partial acceleration. I think I missed the corner there pretty effectively. Yeah, we have to just do so well to get the full amount here. So it's just interesting. Because yeah, you can't really put the whatchamacallit, the throttle at a portion, like you're just hitting a couple keys. I and T is how it's set up, and then it's just more challenging to get to. And again, the camera is always has always been a bit of the challenge here. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Let me see. I think I've got an okay view there. Let's see, we're getting up to that 4.2. And some of it is, you know, I'm sure the grass is a little bit higher here and there. I mean, it did say it was like 13 to 25 centimeters, so, you know, I'm sure that's part of it, is like, well, you know, what did you really run into? Did we get all of it? Not really. It's the challenge of anything with the mower, is it's just... So yeah, I'm kind of letting things go here, there, so that we're not, you know, running the risk of overloading. Alright, so we got that. Got that. Should be certainly at 20% before we get done here. I mean, and again, we've done obviously a little bit of that other space already. Alright, so plow through there, come through, and again, try to gently get through here. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, rain's always a pain. It just is. You damage the ground. What? I mean, I knew it said it would do it, but I see. We definitely did. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we'll pop over here and we'll try to get in this space. And this is the larger area. So just trying not to overwhelm it again. I think we just did, though. And again, downhill is a little more challenging. So I'm trying to feather the throttle a little bit. And 23. So yeah, bigger mower would be nice, but it's just challenging to kind of get that cash. Yeah, but you need the smaller mowers too sometimes, so that's the other challenge we do have is you know, having, because you kind of want to sell. Oh, I guess probably because we overloaded. We went a little bit on the on that side where there's some grass left there. But definitely harder and harder to just make some good progress. Come on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the turn. Well, that wasn't. That I know I missed some. Like, yeah. What is happening? Yeah, we're doing some damage to the engine. or the blade, I should say, more so than the engine. So yeah, I don't know if it gets gummed up. I mean, some of it is if I obviously cut a little less. And this thing won't let me steer either. Just trying with the wheel, like, what could I steer but use the... Ay, ay, ay. Come on. I feel like I'm a little drunk mowing here. I'm all over the place. But yeah, definitely, I mean, if there's one thing I remember with these is it took some time to do some of these for sure. Just because of the nature of what we have. So I'm cutting a little less. It didn't really help much. Because I'm like, if I leave like, I don't know, 25%, maybe I'll jam up less. And I probably am jamming up less. But it doesn't make it any easier or better that way. Oh my goodness. This is difficult. And again, once the blade gets below like 50%, it gets really awful as far as how well it continues to cut. Alright, so kind of again, make sure we're doing a good job there. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's I just wanted to see if that spot behind me was considered not cut, but we're okay. Now again, now we got to get around the trees here. So yeah, we're overloading the engine. Yeah, it's like sometimes I wonder if going through and just trimming it later around there is the more efficient way to do it. I just don't know. Because sometimes it does seem like we're just so... It's so challenging to go around. It's like, oh my gosh. It is so difficult to get around these turns and really run this over. So yeah, one of the differences since the last time I've been in here is we've moved in real life, and I now do actually have, I'll say, a form of zero turn. I've got a zero turn Cub Cadet with a steering wheel. So it's different because as opposed, I mean, you know, I guess it's like, you know, this isn't a zero turn. I mean, this thing has a steering wheel, but yeah, because I've got some pretty big hills. Pretty significant hills, you know, sometimes up to like a 30 or a 35% angle. And so a traditional lap bar unit will go, you know, they rate that for maybe 15. This theoretically is safe up to 20. So going beyond that, you know, the little bits I have that are more significant than that are obviously a little more challenging. But so I have a little bit of an appreciation of this, but I tell you, I don't have nearly as much difficulty with that as I do with these. You know, and some of it is, I'm sure, the rear turn and all that, but yeah, it just feels like a little never-ending. So I mean, I don't mind doing the work. It's just when you keep overloading the blade and whatever, it's like, ay, 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 like, give me a break, please. So again, there's like no happy medium. You're either going or not, and I think to some degree, you know, that could be like how the mower really works. So I don't know, but yeah, wow, I'm still not at 40%. Felt I was right on the cusp there. I'm like, yeah, just another turn around the yard or turn around the park here and we'll be there, but not quite, not quite. All right. Like I can hear it doing things. All right, well, I would think definitely down. Did we miss? I think we did. Like, did we miss a little bit? There we go. But yeah, we're gonna have to get to like 99.9 or something. It might be 99.5, but either way, it's up there, and then you're always having to play with the trimmer. Or the strimmer, as they like to call it, because, you know, it's a British mowing game at this point. Alright, so we'll pop that. Now again, we've done this part. I'm trying to remember now. If we go over here, let's see. Is this part of what we need to do too? Okay, cutting the wrong grass. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like there's certain areas. Now, do I need to cut that? No, see, I don't cut there either. So it's interesting how you're doing, you know, and I don't know if at some point later we'll be having to cut the rest or how that'll work. Okay. Just trying to get a view. Because, yeah, sometimes it would be easier just like, let me, am I really? Oh, it's halfway. I'm like, why is the gas blinking? But, yeah, we'll have to go get gas, I guess. Or fill it up. I don't think we have to go get it. We just have to, like, get off the lawnmower and then go. So when we hit 50%, it might be worth, and again, we can see the wheels are spinning a little bit. So that was some of what was going on when I was having some weird problems with the, with trying to use other control methods. But yeah, because I'm like, well, maybe a controller would be easier, but the one stick works in the back, but the left stick is like not actually steering, and it won't let me calibrate it or anything. So it is just odd how that was trying to work. But yeah, I think once I get to 50%, we'll worry about the fuel then. And because if I refill, you know, get a little, maybe a little bit past, if I can, I should be able to. I mean, we're already at 42 with this, so you would think we'd be okay. Alright. But, yeah, we're probably going to have to get to another section to get to 50%. Because, yeah, we're certainly running low on grass here. And we're only at 44. Man, still another tree, huh? Alright. Go up that way. Take that there. Come on. And I know some of it is we're going downhill. Obviously, we're going faster. Alright. And I'm assuming, like, once it's a rainy day, it's a rainy day. That's why I was, like, half tempted to just pick up trash today, because there were a few of the trash jobs. And I'm like, just do that. Make it a light day. But, I was like, well, but I'm in here to mow, so let's mow. But, yeah. Can't say I'm beginning to regret it, because again, it will take a while, no matter when I do it, if it's dry or whatever. I mean, obviously, yes, it probably jams up less, the other way, but... Alright, so we're through there. And we're through there. And we're through there. Alright, so let me go do this little piece here, just as I remember it was a bit of a pain. Just to get through this and again, not cause damage to things, but get it complete, all those type of things. So, cut through there. Go through here. But yeah, we're not going to get to 50% with this. But at least it's done then, is the bigger issue. Heck, we're barely going to get to 48. I mean, we will get to 48. There's certainly enough there for that, but but just barely, as you can tell. Alright, so a little bit there. Alright, so we did there, we did there. Now we need to do the others. We got this other triangle here, which is not huge, but we'll knock this one out. Alright. We got that. We should, in theory, be at 50% by the time we're done with this. Ay, ay, ay. Such a challenge. Yes, I know I know we turned that one and it didn't work very well. I'm just not sure what the best way to attack this even is. Ay, ay, ay. What a mess. Alright, so let's go up here. Alright, and that one was easier. This one's gonna take a little bit of turning back. And similarly, I think we've gotta reposition here. Come through there. Let's see. So we got a little bit here and there. Okay. And then I'm sure we need to get through this area. So we'll go around the edge. And then we'll play with the fuel. Alright. And this obviously is a relatively large hunk of grass here. So hard to tell where we're at again. But not too poor with that. But yeah, this is a big piece. Alright, a bit of a challenge with the with what we've got. But this is obviously by far the largest hunk we've done so far. It's taken us a little bit of time to get around here. And that is where we pulled in. So at this point we will exit, and then we will Fill the fuel. I don't know what was happening there. Okay. We don't need to change the cutting blades anywhere. Alright, start the engine. And then increase the throttle. Engage the cutting blades, and off we go again. But again, we've spent a little bit on getting some more, you know, for the fuel, $4.82. And now it's just figuring out the best way here to get the job done, which is going to obviously require a good amount of trimming as well, but alright, so we'll go through here. Come on. Alright. So, through there. Just not much to, you know, chat about there. I mean, that's kind of always been the challenge with this, is it's just one of those, you work at it, and you do what you can, but man, this feels like, I thought, oh, I'm like 970, but I haven't done it in so long, I forget. I know there's jobs that pay over 1,000, but I thought there were some that paid like 1,500, so I'm like, oh, this won't be too bad. This is a big field to jump into. But yeah, with Lawnmower Simulator 2, I think, you know, they're obviously trying different locations. You know, I'm not sure how things will work differently. You know, will they still also have, you know, British stuff, or is it like, well, you want the British one, play the original, and you want US lawns, play number 2? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna just go here. Just because, I don't know. Because it feels like the thing to do. Just get this knocked out. You can't see anything with this bush. Ah! So now we did destroy a flower. Unbelievable. You just can't win for losing, right? I was like, we're doing pretty well. I'm staying on the inside, but no. It didn't work. Maybe we just keep doing this. We just mow in a circle all the time. So honestly, this is almost simpler, because I can just keep moving. I don't have to stop. It's a little dizzy, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's interesting that every time there, and that seems like an uphill. So you would think there would be less likelihood for catching it there. So it's a little odd. But yeah, we're obviously mowing more and more. Yeah, see, it's like the same location. And then down here as well. It's like they're the opposite sides of the same coin. I was like, let me go slower there and see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm honestly beginning to wonder if this isn't, you know, until I run out of space, like, you know, but right now I'm cutting more where I'm just cutting than any other way. Now, you know, we're probably at the tail end now of when this makes sense, because now I am running out on like a third of the circle, but up here we're okay. Yeah, and then we're far away. I think I missed like a huge swath there. So we'll go over here, see if we can catch that. Alright, and now we'll head out this way. But hey, we're already at... How am I overloading it going backwards when I'm barely moving? But whatever. But yeah, hopefully the blade won't get down that low. But now again, if I go up here, although this is less of a circle per se, but still, like if I can go around, because the turns will get bigger, and so it's in theory a little easier to stay on them. We'll see. So maybe this will become my new method. I've never seen landscapers do it this way, but I mean, I'm sure the person that's paying you doesn't care. It's just cut my lawn, right? But yeah, I felt like I went from 50 to 70 pretty quickly that way. So it's hard to say this is a bad method. As I said, we're basically continually mowing here, which we're not doing the other way. I mean, we're only... I don't know. I mean, of course, now that I'm watching it, it's going to go slower. I'm like, we're only at 71%, but... the same type of thing. It's like the same areas it gets stuck in. Yeah, we know we're overloading the engine. I'm not trying to do that. It's just what it's doing. Because, yeah, this side's okay, but it's like when we get to the other side here, we suddenly rev it up and run it up the hill. So it's a little weird. But yeah, at this point we're getting close to 75%. So we're... there we go. 75 is a big one. Obviously, then 90 is kind of the next one. And then usually we have, if we can get to 97, 90, I mean, we really need to get to 99 to be comfortable that we're not going to be trimming for eternity. But again, it gets more difficult to do some of that. So yeah, I'm not sure about this method. Not awful, but I don't know. It's hard to not feel like it is quicker, though. Now, in this case, it's more challenging because we do have a good portion of the circle now that we've gotten things together where we're not doing any cutting there, but it's still probably 3/4 of the way around. We are getting stuff. And again, we've gone from 75 to 78.6, so it's not like we're not moving along. 79. Again, we're at larger and larger radiuses, so it's just a smoother turn. We're not hitting it straight on, obviously, but it's certainly not bad. We're already at 80. I don't understand how that little bit it just gotta have grown taller there, so that must be how the grass engine, or whatever you want to call it, works. Alright, so this is now finishing this piece. And now we're definitely getting to segments that make less sense. Do we have any other? No, I think now we just need to finish up. Oh, it's more interesting though, because yeah, now it's like coming across and then handling portions of the grass here. So yeah, this is a pretty large piece that we need to finish up. Now, there's just... oh, there might be more here. Yeah, I guess. In a way, there's more here. Yeah, we've got these pieces. Like, now I feel... now it's going to be more sporadic, because we're going to have all these kind of parts that are broken that really don't have a nice way to attack them. That we're trying to finish up here. Again, it's not like, oh my goodness, it's super long, but long enough. And it's like, yeah, do we just turning around? And because normally, yes, with a 0 turn, you would just kind of do what we're doing. You just... I didn't go far enough out there, so that was a bit of a mess, but we have enough room this way. Ah. Yeah, this is still a bit of a pain. But certainly the circle was pretty quick. Ah, really? I was a little worried about that, but I'm like, it'll be okay. Obviously it was not. And it did say the more you stay in the turn, the more likely you will be to damage things. So there is that. But yeah, there's just a lot of pieces now, and then we're driving through segments where we're not really mowing anything. So that's not helping or helpful to anyone. Alright, so we can get over there. Bring it around this way. Like, that's a nice big swath. Alright. Come on, how? Now is this back? No, okay. That's just worn down. I was looking at that big piece behind my wheel. I'm like, is it too low? It wasn't too bad. Unbelievable how it gums up so fast. Is it because we're at the bottom of the hill and the water is more stagnant? I don't know. Now, I may have discovered something with the keyboard. It might stay on a radio. No, wheels, you can see the wheels go back when I let the key go. So I'm like, does it stay on the radius? Because if it does that, that's very different. Yeah, it didn't seem to do that. So now we'll come down here. Because this will be a nice long sweeping type turn. And we should be able to get a good amount cut here. But again, we're getting down to where we only have so much. And so we get less and less at a time. Pretty sure there's a bunch of grass there. And again, this little triangle is not a friend of anybody's. Right, did I? Oh, right, I had no idea we had that there, but let's get that one done. And again, we'll take it on this side now, because this should, for the most part, get us a good amount of consistent mowing, although obviously, yeah, there's segments, so your mileage may vary, I suppose, right, on this. 90, not quite 92. I thought for sure. I'm like, oh, we'll make it. We didn't. We did there. I don't know. Maybe just continuing to take the turn and then finishing the little segments that aren't. I really was like, oh, I'll go slow enough. This won't be that bad. Obviously, I was wrong. Alright, and there's gonna be more somewhere. I think there's like a ton waving over here. I could be wrong, but nope. That is it there. Again, it's a matter of what do we see here. Come on, really? And is that, yeah, that's it. Alright. So now we just really need to kind of take these segments out. This is more mow, back. Alright, we'll here. Obviously, we had plenty left. Also, it's hard to tell. Do we have that left? No, we do not. Yeah. I don't know, I'm never gonna... What just happened? I must have hit a key. Now I'm like losing my mind. Alright, there it is, down there. We want to head like through here. Alright, and then we need to go get these pieces. There's really nothing here? It doesn't seem right. Alright. So, let's cut through. Whoops. Now I'm hitting the wrong things. Just doing the wrong controls. And we've obviously got this up here. Alright, so we've got to cut down there. So we'll go do this. And this may be kind of the last big portion that we have. Yes, I think this does go a good ways. My goodness. It's hard to see there. Alright, so now we'll go along the walkway. Now there's going to be some other part of grass that we need. This clearly we're not getting anywhere near 5% here. So there's some other segment. May not be very large, but there is some other segment, that's for sure. But yeah, I think following this route is going to be just more efficient to deal with this. Alright, and then we come through here. But 96 might get to 97, but I'm not even sure we're going to get that far. We should. And if I'm at 96.8, there's still a few kind of fullish sections here. There we go. 97, 97.1, 0.2. See, and it looks like I only need to get to like 97 and a half, but I think it's... I think it is an optical illusion. But we'll see. Because yeah, I think we got to get further, a lot further than one would think. Alright, so yeah, other than the edge, but let's now take a peek. Yeah, I just don't know that we go beyond. Yeah, see, we don't go there, like across the way. Let me just look. Yeah, the completion target's 99.9%, so... Oh, okay. Well, there's a hunk here. So that will help. Not going to get us anywhere near that, but it will help. But yeah, we're at 98, but I don't think we're going to get another 1% out of this. I don't know, maybe it'll prove me wrong, but I'd be amazed if I get to 99. Alright, well, it's gonna amaze me, I guess, but we're still not gonna get... I don't know, we're not gonna get to 99 and a half. Yeah, that just got us to 99.1. Like, that was not much, so maybe we'll get to 3. Oh, we're already at 3. I don't know, maybe it's a weird thing where it has some quick gains at the end. Alright, maybe we'll get to 99 and a half, but still, if I've got to trim and whatever else, you know, for 0.3%, that's still a lot. But yeah, wow. Alright. So... But yeah, I'm not sure that we have any large spaces left here. Alright. Because, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a row of grass, but it's probably nothing too exciting here. We're just not seeing any large places. Yeah, I might have to trim the rest, which is crazy, because that is so big. Alright, well, there's a little bit here. So, again, these might get me to 99.6. There you go, but... So there are a few tufts here and there where we started out. Although I will say, like, if I could get to 99.7, that would be very different. Alright, so anyway, let's turn this off. Let's go get our trimmer. There we go. That's always the best way to do it. Just take out a flower right away. I don't understand how. like, we just took the flower out because I'm an idiot. What? Yeah, I don't need things like... How do you do this? I don't know. I'm almost like, do I care? Do I just take these out? Yeah, this is just such a pain to do. Yeah, it's like, it's not just when you go over it, like there's just pieces that aren't there. Right, did we get all of this? Yes. Oh, come on. How did that not get cut? Ah. It's like it goes out a little bit further, I think. It's just hard to tell exactly where. I mean, that's the thing. I, like, went over it. But then it's not giving it to me. This is the part I'm not a huge fan of, because... Just because. I don't know what else I could say. It's a just because statement. Alright. We got... Oh my god. We still didn't get that. I mean, we're only at 99.7. I mean, pick up grass. Fine. Pick up grass. Like, I think I can see where I'm going, but then it's not giving it to me. Because, yeah, I think I did all of these. Okay, where is it now? I don't understand. Alright, is this all? Alright, well, this is easy enough because we can't hit the pole. Alright, so we finally got to 8. And then in theory, we just need to get to, you know, 9. Alright, so we've got all of these. Like, I know there's a good amount here. But it's like, I'm here, but it's not cutting it. Oh no, I guess it is. See? It's just so odd. Because it's like, it's not changing the view. Well, that was actually enough that you could, like, hear it. not much there. Like, I need some really large swath of something. Because you can't really tell if you've hit it or not. Alright, let's see. Ah, lovely. Where is this? Alright, there's a hunk there. Alright, so we want to pick that up, because obviously that was a good amount. I get that. This is a good amount here. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so yeah, we know we've got these. Like, I knew this was going to be a thing. Alright. So, we're done. But, again, 77 minutes instead of, you know, the whole whatever, but instead of 27 minutes like it's suggesting that it should be, it's kind of crazy. Just find it kind of funny. Alright. So we're off there, and then we leave the location. So 969.89. Alright, so we need to maintain. We want full repair, full repair, full repair, full refuel. Okay, so there's nothing to repair there. So we moved up a little bit in the rank. We need to recharge. That didn't take much. 6 cents. But moves us another day. Looks like Friday is still rainy. If it is, I'm likely just gonna do a quick lawn pickup thing. I'm not gonna mow in the rain again. That's just unpleasant. But if you've not liked or subscribed, please consider that, and I will see you next time.